Myself Suresh SVS. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start a new lesson from your textbook First Flight. It is your third unit. The title of the third unit is Two Stories About Flying. So in that we are going to learn the first unit, His First Flight. It's written by Liam of Flaherty. Liam of Flaherty was born on 28 August 1896 and died on 7 September 1984. He was an Irish novelist, short story writer and an autobiographer. You see, he was one of the foremost socialist writer of the 20th century. You can see here I have written the important word meanings or vocabulary. You can take a screenshot of it and write down in your copy. See, I am going to explain it line by line because you can expect questions from any part of the lesson. If you want summary, I can finish it in 5 minutes. But I would like to explain it line by line so that you can answer the questions which may come from any part of the lesson. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. A narrow surface projected from a wall cliff on the surface. So from the surface, you can see in the picture, second page, yes, projection that is given from the surface. Here it is the projection from the cliff by the side of the sea. So the young seagull was there alone on his ledge. Or ledge में वो अकेले था. Then बाकी सब कहाँ गया? Where was his parent, or where were his parents, or his brothers and sister? Let us see. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. So he had got two brothers and one sister. ये तीनों एक दिन पहले चले गए. And all of them had already flown away the day before. One day before, they had flown away from the ledge. He was alone there on the ledge. He had been afraid to fly with them. What was his problem? He was frightened to fly with them. उनको साथ fly करने में डर लगता था. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge, कोशिश तो किया. He made an attempt. He ran up to the edge of the ledge. Ledge के किनार तक दौड़ के गया. What did he do there? And attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. Flap means move up and down. And he made an attempt to move his wings up and down and was trying to fly. क्या हो गया उसी टाइम में? एकदम डर आ गया. And he was frightened. He could not move forward. He could not fly. So he came backward. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. आगे देखा तो sea, water, that was stretched miles and miles. वो देखे एकदम डर गया. The great expanse of sea. The great expanse means the great stretch of sea stretched down beneath. And you see that the sea that was stretched, extended far beyond. We could not see. इतना दूर तक sea ऐसे expand करके उसमें देख के बच्चों को डरा गया. And it was such a long way. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. उनको यकीन था. His wings would never support him if he tried to fly. If he tries to fly, or if he flies, his wings would not support him. उसका wings उनको support नहीं करेंगे. So he bent his head and ran back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. इसलिए उसने क्या किया? He bent his head नीचे करके वापस चला गया. वापस दौड़ के गया. And he entered the hall where he spent his night. रात को अकेले था. because nobody was there. All had gone from there. So he went back to the hall where he had spent his night. Even when each of his brothers and the little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. देखो, उनको brothers का, sisters का wings बहुत छोटे हैं. Compared to him, they were smaller than his. Even though the brothers, they had the little wings, they ran up to the brink, up to the end of the pledge, and they took off from there. ये आराम से fly किए उधर से. But in the case of this seagull, small seagull, young seagull, what did he do? He failed to muster up courage. He could not collect courage. Muster up means collect courage. उसको हिम्मत नहीं था, courage नहीं था. To take that plunge means to take that dive. Plunge means dive or jump. उधर से और ledge का end में से उधर से एक jump आगे करने का courage उसको नहीं था. And which appeared to him so desperate, and it felt to him that it was so desperate, helpless. He felt himself very desperate, or we can say that he was so. It felt to him so much impossible for him to do. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly. Papa, Mummy, dono aa gaya. They started calling him shrilly. Shrilly means in a high-pitched voice. They started to call him in a high-pitched voice. Papa, Mummy, dono aake bulaya. Ajao. Upbraiding him. Sometimes they got angry. बुलाए तो भी नहीं आ रहा, गुस्सा आ गया. Just scolding him, डांट के, and threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. और ये भी बोला, अगर तुम fly नहीं किया तो तुमको खाना नहीं मिलेगा. You will starve there. You will not be given food. And they started threatening him, telling that they would not give food to him if he did not try to fly. But for the life of him, he could not move. But you see that. In spite of all the effort, or we can say at any degree, at any cost, he was not ready to fly. That was 24 hours ago. Yes, ho gaya tha 24 hours before. Since then, nobody had come near him. Abhi 24 hours ho gaya, koi bhi inko paas nahi aaya. The day before, all day long he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters. और ऊपर बैठ के उसने देखा उसके parents as well as brothers sisters सब flying कर रहे. They were enjoying, and he watched them flying about with his brothers and sisters, perfecting them in the art of flight. What they were doing? Both the parents were giving training to their brothers and sisters. वो तीनों को training दे रहा था. They were making them perfect in the flying, और flying में इनको perfect कर रहा था. Teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive or fish. और ये सब सिखा रहा था. That was the training given to them. How to skim. Skim means move lightly just above a surface. Here means just above the surface of the sea, surface of the water, how to, yes, fly. And in between, if they see the fish, how to catch them. Yes, started training there. And how to dive for fish, how to jump for fish. This training was given to them. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring. और बैठे देखे उन्होंने देखा उसका ब्रदर उनका सबसे पहले का the first fish was caught by him. And herring means a soft finned sea fish. सबसे पहले का hunting था उसका brother का. And he caught the first fish in his life and devoured it. He saw them not only catching the fish और उसको devour कर रहा था. That means how he was eating it greedily or hungrily. Ekdam hungrily fast खा रहे थे. And he noticed it. Standing on a rock while his parents circled around was in a pride circle or standing on a rock. He was doing it by standing on a rock. At the same time, what his parents did? His parents circled around. They were flying around, raising a proud cackle. They were very proud, making a proud crackle. Crackle means cry. वो ऐसे चिल्ला के क्योंकि वो बहुत खुश हो गया उनको बेटा पहले बार मच्छी पकड़ा. So they were flying around and round in great excitement as well as happiness. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. And all the morning, the next day morning, all the day morning, the whole family, dono mother, father, or dono brothers or sisters, they walked about on the big plateau. The plateau, what's the meaning of plateau? The raised level land. They walked up to the big raised elevation of land. Half of the land they walked. And it was just opposite the cliff. A cliff just opposite. And taunting him with his cowardice. And they started, yes, insulting or teasing. और उधर से सब मिलके इनको tease करने लगे. What they were talking? They were teasing with him. Okay, teasing him with his cowardice. Cowardice means lack of courage. डरपोक ऐसे सब चिल्ला रहा था. They were cracking joke or teasing him or insulting him, telling that he was a coward. The sun was now ascending the sky. Or sun, it started ascending the sky. Just opposite the sun. Ascend means mount up. ऊपर ऊपर आ रहा था. And blazing on his ledge that faced the south. So the ledge that was facing the south, there the bright, it was blazing. Blazing means the sunlight, the sun that was giving, yes, burning bright light on the ledge which was facing to the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. रात से कल रात से कुछ भी नहीं किया, इसलिए उनको बहुत heat लग रहा था. He was feeling so much heat. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge. इसलिए और ledge का brink तक आया, edge तक आ गई. And standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he crossed one. और उधर आके, what did he do? He kept one leg under. और birds होते, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, keeping one leg under the wings and closed one eye. Then the other, and after some time he crossed both the eyes. What he was doing? And pretended to be falling asleep. Or उधर से acting here means horror. He was just acting that he had fallen asleep. Still they took no notice of him. ये सब करने से भी they did not notice him. वो लोग बिल्कुल ध्यान नहीं दिया. He saw his two brothers and his sisters lying on the plateau, tossing with their heads sunk into their necks. देखा? His two brothers as well as and his sister were lying there on the plateau. और plateau को ऊपर क्या कर रहा था? They were tossing with their heads. Tossing means sleeping. They were sleeping there with their heads sunk into their necks, keeping their neck where, keeping their head on their necks. वो सो रहा था, उन्होंने देखा, सब सो रहे. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Preening. Preening means making an effort, maintain feathers. Here means cleaning. आपने देखा होगा birds कैसे उनको feathers clean करते. तो उनका father ऐसे showing his backside, the white backside, he was cleaning his feathers. But nobody cared him. Nobody noticed him. But there was one person who was really bothered about him. That was his mother. Mother हमेशा ऐसे होते. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau. Hump means a raised, round raised part of a mountain. So she was standing on the top of a mountain, top of the plateau. Her white breast thrust forward. Her white breast that was pushed forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish. Now and again, what she was doing, she was pulling forcefully. Tore, that is the past form of tear. She was pulling forcefully a piece of fish that was under her feet. And then scratched each side of her beak on the rock. And then she was scraping, that means clearing out. She was clearing out her beaks on the rock. दोनों साइड ऐसे साफ कर रहा था, clear कर रहा था, at the same time sharpening the beak. The sight of the foot maddened him. Oh, the sight of the foot under the feet of his mother really made him mad. पागल हो गया वो. How he loved to tear food that way. Oh, जैसे what his mother was doing in such a way, he also wanted to tear the foot, scraping his beak now and again to wet it and sharpen it. He thought of eating the food same like his mother and sharpen his beak, in the same way, scraping on the rock. He thought about it. He longed about it. Dear students, I hope you understood this much part of the lesson. We will discuss the next part of the lesson in the next video. So please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you all.